Welcome to #Wednesdays Weekly, a weekly information session in collaboration with the voluntary sector and public sector partners. Today's session is the Rochdale Borough Safe Place Scheme, and our host is Jenny. Over to you, Jenny.
Thanks, Laura, and thanks everyone for coming to today's session and finding out a bit more about the Rochdale Safe Place Scheme. So my name's Jenny Neville. I work for an organisation called Future Directions, which is a social care provider. So we provide support to people with learning disabilities and complex needs. We're based over in Chadderton in Oldham, but we provide services throughout sort of Greater Manchester and the Northwest, and we've got quite a lot of services in Rochdale. So I've got a short presentation, so I'll just share my screen now so you can see it. Just bear with me. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Okay, so I'll just talk you through the presentation and tell you a bit about the Safe Place scheme that we've set up in Rochdale. So just to give you a bit of background about why we wanted to set up a Safe Place scheme. So as I said, I work for Future Directions. Within the organisation, we've got a group called SPICE. SPICE stands for Supporting People into Community Employment, and it's a group that's made up of people with lived experience. So it's people with learning disabilities, people who are autistic, and we call them experts by experience. And the group do a lot of work within the community, and they do a lot of work around sort of keeping safe and raising awareness about hate crime. And over the years, we've listened to people's stories, and people have told us that they don't always feel safe when they go out and about. And we've heard people's stories and we've listened to what people have told us, and people say they don't go out without support staff, or they don't go out at night time when it gets dark. Some people say they don't get on the bus at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because they know that's when the school children get on the buses and they don't feel safe. So we've heard all this, and we thought we want to do something about this. We want people to feel safe in the communities, and we want people to have the confidence to be able to go out and about. So we were sort of looking for solutions and looking at practical ways to make people feel safer, and that's when we came across this national Safe Place scheme. So what we did was we applied for some funding from Rochdale Safer Communities Partnership Fund. And we were successful in getting a grant which enabled us to set up a Safe Place scheme in Rochdale. So we set it up last year. So it's been running for about a year now. Obviously we've had kind of lockdowns and COVID in amongst this, so it's not always been smooth running, but it's been about a year now that we've been going. So what we did was we joined a national network. So it's not just, this scheme doesn't just exist in Rochdale, it is a national scheme, so it's sort of throughout the country. But as I say, there wasn't any Safe Place schemes within Greater Manchester, so that's when we said, right, we'll set one up in Rochdale. So we've joined this national network, which was really important to us. We wanted it to be a sort of a sort of recognisable logo, something that people recognise. So yeah, we joined the Safe Place scheme. So what is the Safe Place scheme? So if you're out and about and you get lost, scared or confused, safe places are places you can go to for help. So safe places are public places such as shops, community centres, cafes, bus stations, anywhere can be a safe place. All we ask is that the place must be accessible for disabled people. They must be open to the public and have appropriate public liability insurance. And they need to be able to provide a safe and supportive environment for anybody who comes to them looking for help. And then what we ask is that the business or the organisation displays a window sticker which identifies them as a safe place. And then staff who work there have agreed that if someone comes to them needing help, then they will offer a welcome and safe place for people to come and get help. So it's just about sort of providing, what we kind of say is you're probably not doing anything that you wouldn't already be doing. So if somebody comes to you and needs help and they ask for help, you'd probably do that anyway. So that person in the shop or that library or community centre or wherever it is would probably help that person anyway. But this is just about really strengthening that and having kind of a visual presence really, and showing people and giving people confidence that there are safe places where they can go. So we've been working with organisations to set them up as safe places. So we've got about 40 registered safe places across Rochdale Borough at the moment. And we've got kind of a steady stream of new organisations joining us, which is really good. And as I say, this sort of includes shops, cafes, museums, libraries, community centres and leisure centres. But as I say, it can be any kind of public place that can provide a safe place for people. So what's involved in being a safe place? So to become a member of the scheme, you must agree to provide a safe and supportive environment, support a vulnerable person who may be confused, lost, or been a victim of crime, allow the person to wait at your premises until help arrives, until they feel safe to leave, and keep staff familiarised with the scheme so that they know what to do if somebody comes looking for support. So to join the scheme, we've tried to keep it as simple as possible, really, because we know it's a voluntary scheme. We're asking sort of community groups and organisations to join. So we've kept it as simple as possible. So what we do is we ask for potential safe places to initially sort of complete a registration forms, just so we've got some details, and then we come out and visit the safe place to make sure that it's suitable. So usually it'll be me who comes out with a member of the SPICE group, and we'll come and have a chat about safe places and give you more information about it. We have a checklist as well, so we'll use that to make sure that the place is welcoming, accessible, and it looks like a place that we would want to go to if we needed help. So as I said, our SPICE members will come out and have a look and say, actually, is this somewhere where if I was at risk or worried, is this somewhere that I would feel comfortable going to? If they say yes and they're happy with it, then what we'll do is we'll give a welcome pack to the organisation, which has got more information about becoming a safe place. And we've also made a short film with a bit of a training film, which has more information as well about the scheme, which we'll share with them. So they've got all the information that they need. So we'll give them the window sticker, which they can then put in their window. We then register them as a safe place. So we add their details to the safe place website, and there's an app as well that people can use to find the nearest safe place. Again, we'll put all the details on there. So then if people need a safe place, they can easily find them. So as well as kind of building up this network of safe places, we've also been working with community groups and other people to tell them about the scheme. Because obviously we've got all these safe places, that's great, but we want people to know about it as well. So we're working with people to tell people about what the scheme is and how they can access it and how they can use it, so they can promote it to people as well, so people in the community know about it. And as I say, so they've got that confidence then, so they can go out and about, knowing that there are safe places that they can go to if they need to. So we've been developing lots of kind of easy read information. So we've got easy read information about how to keep yourself safe, and about the scheme, and how to download the app and how to find safe places. We've got some safe place cards as well. So we've been giving these out to people in the community so people can carry them with them, which has got a bit of information about them. So again, if they are out and about and they need help, they can go into the safe place with their card, which has a little bit of information about them. Might have an emergency sort of contact details or somebody who they can contact in an emergency as well. So yeah, we're really sort of at the moment really trying to go out and tell people about this and share this information. I guess one of the things I haven't mentioned is who the safe places are for. So safe places, they're for anybody in the community who needs help at that moment in time. As I say, our background is sort of learning disabilities, so that's where we've kind of come from initially. But as we've been sort of developing the scheme, we realised actually anybody can use the scheme. So as I said, we've kind of been promoted to people with disabilities, autistic people, people with dementia, but actually it can be anybody in the community who needs help. So this Safe Place scheme is for absolutely anybody. Last year, I guess this slide is just talking a little bit about kind of the future and sort of how far we've come. So last year we had a meeting with Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, We told him about the scheme and the work that we're doing in Rochdale, and he agreed that it was a great scheme and said that it would support the rollout of the Safe Place scheme across all areas of Greater Manchester. So since this meeting, we've been working with partners across Greater Manchester to support other local authorities to roll out the scheme in their areas as well. So Wigan launched the Safe Place scheme, I think it was a couple of months ago. Stockport are launching one next month. So it is something that, as I say, we kind of set up in Rochdale, but now lots of other areas in Greater Manchester recognise what we've done and they're launching their own Safe Place schemes. That's really positive as well. And hopefully we'll sort of look at developing more of a joined up approach as well. So that'll be really exciting as well. These are my contact details. If anybody's got any questions or want to find out more about the scheme, then they can contact me. I have got a short video as well, so I'll just stop sharing this screen. So usually when I do presentations like this, I usually involve somebody from the Spice group with me and I get them to come along and talk as well. But unfortunately, the person who was going to come today wasn't feeling well, so he couldn't come, and nobody else was answering the phone when I tried ringing them this morning. So it's just me, but I have got a short video with some members of our Spice group talking about the scheme, so I thought I'll just share that. So I will share my screen again. Like, hopefully be able to see and hear this. Can you see the screen?
Oh, you just see like your login screen.
Oh, can you? Hold on, let me I need to come off the cloud, you see, to see it. Like, let me share. Maybe I won't share the video. Let me try one more time. Can you see it now?
I can see a few different videos
Oh.
in your folder.
Hold on. Now? No.
No. I'd send it around afterwards if
yeah, that might be easier. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll send it around after. I don't know why it's not letting me share it. Yeah, no, I'll leave it and I'll send it over so you can always share it after the meeting. So in that case, I guess I'll just open it up to you guys and ask if you've got any questions. And I think there's one in the chat there. So